Got it. All right. Okay, each one of these, the first one is reader mode that's in Chrome itself. So what you have to do is you have to open Chrome, which I just clicked on, and I'm in Chrome now. And what I want to do right here is you type Chrome and you put a colon and 2 forward slashes and then flags. So you type that in, make sure I typed it in correctly, and you hit the enter key. And this window opens up, and these are called experiments. And if you don't see reader mode right away, you up here in the search flags, you can just type reader mode. Reader mode. And it was the first one on the list anyway. Over here on the right, I think they're enabling it right out of the box. So it is enabled. If that said disabled, you need to click on it and make sure it says enabled. Once it's enabled, you need to exit Chrome and start Chrome again, or it won't work. So in essence, you got to reset it by exiting Chrome and then starting Chrome up again, which I don't have. Well, let me see. Dang it. See that crazy thing down the, let me try something else here. Oh, here it is. It says close dock. Yay. Figured out how to close it. When I was pointing at something earlier, it said move it. Didn't say I could close it. So I'm going to exit Chrome, pretending that I had to enable it, and then I click on Chrome again, open it back up, and I want to go somewhere. Let's see. Trying to think of a place to go.
Hey, Mike, can you get that box out of the middle that says the meeting's being recorded?
Oh, goodness. I don't have it on mine.
I don't have it on mine either. How about the rest of you all?
Somebody got it. Got it.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
it'll take it off.
Got it. Did you get it?
Just click on it.
Click on got it on your screen. See if that gets rid of it.
Inside the box.
That question.
It's gone.
Yeah, you have to hit got it to get rid of the box on your own computer.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. Excuse me a minute. I'm using what was talked about last night's tech night, as I've got my second screen up here. And I found out you can do this if you're running a meeting or if you're just a participant. You can take everybody that's in the meeting and move it to your other monitor. So then you see everything on your screen that you want to, and you turn your head, you see everybody that's attending your meeting. All right, I'm trying to think. Let's see. What can I go to? I'm just going to type geeks in and see what pops up. Tech support, geeks for geeks. Oh, here we go. How to geek. We explain technology. So I can come in here and I mean, I don't know if it's worth doing this or not, but I'm going to click on something. And what I'm trying to get, which I'm not getting, which is frustrating. You know how down this left-hand or right-hand side you get all these ads? I'm not getting them now. but usually I get a bunch of ads down the right-hand side. What happened is up here in the title bar, there is an icon for reader mode. Let me go back and see if I can find something that's got ads in it. Maybe this will. Nope. Notice it says advertisement here. And then farther down, it says advertisement. I don't know why they're not opening up. But if you came up here, if they were open, you can click on that icon in the title bar. And when you click on that, all the ads disappear. And now what you got right down the middle of the screen, you've got just the text and the pictures that go with it. And that's right there, if you makes it easier to read. And it's built into Chrome. So they really don't consider it an extension. I don't know why not, but they don't. All right, so that's the first one. Now, the second one. Okay, might as well leave Chrome open. So the second one says actually read it later. So what I want to do is I want to open Chrome, it already is, and in the title bar, I'm going to type actually read it later. I'm going to cheat because if you look up here, it's the second thing listed in my list after actually. So I actually read it later. I hit the enter key. And now what you want to do is it's got all these different links you can go to, but choose the one where it says actually read it later. And this is the Chrome Web Store. So you look for the Chrome Web Store as your link. And that's what it says under item 2. So I click on the second one, and here it is right here, actually read it later. Overview, extension for saving your articles for later and actually reading them. If you're always forgetting that that article that you save to read it later, this is for you. I love this thing. Some days I just don't have time to read some articles. So I put this extension in there. What you do, if you want it, you find where it says add it to Chrome, and you click on that. And then it says add actually read it later. That's what I'm doing. You want to add the extension. So you add the extension. All right. And then you get a screen. You can set reading times. So you can say, I want to be able to read this in 15 minutes. I've never done that. I just ignore this. So actually read it later has been added to Chrome. I X out of this. And what this is they sent me to a web page that can control this. Usually what I do when you add it, it goes to the web page for this idea or for this extension. To me, oh boy, I got to move something here. Excuse me for a minute. Okay. I'm going to point just at the X. I don't want the X in the upper right-hand corner. Notice there are 2 tabs opened here. I want the tab that says actually read it later. That's the second tab that was added, and I get out of that, and now I'm back into the first one. The first one where I actually put it. Now, once you put it in there, notice it doesn't say add it to Chrome anymore. It says what?
Remove.
Remove it from Chrome. All right. So now I want to get out of here. And I know you're not supposed to do this, but I'm going to open up my email. Let's see if I can find something here. I'm going to go into my trash. I'm looking for something here. There's got to be something real close because I get these things all the time. Oh, here we go. This right here. I take the magazine called The Week. If I clicked on that, whoops, sorry folks, touched the wrong button on my mouse. Open that up. I've got all these articles I can read. All right. There's something called the 15-minute city. Never heard of a 15-minute city before till I read this article. But let's say that sounds interesting. I don't want to read it now. So what I do is I click on the link. It opens this up. We have that big long link right there. Now, here's what you do. Up here in this bar right here, there's this little icon. I don't know. I'm lost for words what it looks like. But when you point at it and you click on it, it opens your extensions. So what I can do now is I can click on what? Actually read it later. And when I do that, it puts the link, it actually puts the link for this article in the actual read it later database. So I'm fine with that. I just click on something, it goes away. I'm going to exit this page. Let's see, is there anything else in here? Oh, here's one. The snowy winter helped the Great Salt Lake waters reach a level 3 feet above historic low. So I'm going to click on that. And there's my link up here. Here's the article down here. I've got to go back here and click on that extension icon. But instead of doing that, underneath here, see where it says actually read it later over to the right, there is a pin. If you click on that pin, it will put the icon for this extension up on that title, up with the other icons. So when I click on that, notice right there, it put the icon for this. So then if I X out of extensions, if I want to put this in my list, I just click on the icon. I don't have to open up the extension folder and click on it. I just click on that icon. Notice it just added it to my list. I now have 2 links in here. I hate to tell you this, before I started, I had 20 links in it. And I captured the ones in a document. I couldn't find any way to get them out of this extension. I'm sure there is, but I captured the ones I really wanted to read, and I'll get to them later. Not this SIG, but I'll get to putting them back in here. But I can keep adding to this. I don't know if there's a limit to it, how many you can add. But what I like about it is if you don't have time to read it right now, you can add it to this list and come back and read it later. Oh, by the way, when I clicked on the extension icon, I click on that icon, you're going to see some extensions here that you won't get unless you actually, I actually subscribe to Grammarly. I'm a terrible writer. I forget commas. I'm getting better at spelling. I'm terrible at phrasing things every now and then. Grammarly helps me with all that stuff. And it becomes an extension in my browser. And then there's something called Malwarebytes. And Malwarebytes has a browser guard. Now, you've got to pay for the paid version of Malwarebytes to get this. Every now and then I'll click on a link and Malwarebytes says, don't go there. It's got some malware on that site. And I just back out and go somewhere else. And these were sites I thought were good sites. But I pay what, $30 or $40 a year for it. And I think I can put it on I can put it on 3 different computers. So for me, I've been subscribing to it, and I've been doing that for about 4 years now. But you have to pay for those things to get those. The other ones I'm going to talk about are all free. All right, so that takes care of that. And the next one, something called Ad Block Plus. So I need to get out of here. I want to get out of there. I don't want to stay in my email. I'm going to open up Chrome again. And up here, what you do is the same process. You type in what? Ad, block plus. Oh, yours might not come up down here. I don't know. There's Ad Block Plus for Edge. So if you use Edge, there it is for Edge. I'm going to take the first one. So I go to that. And again, I want to look for the one that goes to the what? The Chrome Web Store. So I'm going to look for the link that has the Chrome Web Store as part of it. Because that's designed by Chrome. They put stuff in there they think people might use. So I click on that, and there it is right there. Down here, block annoying ads on the web. The problem with this, there are some sites I go to, a little window appears up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. And it says, we put cookies on your computer. Allow us to do this. The other choice is block. You can block them, or you can go ahead and let them put them on your computer. Sometimes when you block them, they won't let you in their site. So then you've got to make a decision. Do I want to allow their cookies on my computer? Because I want to go into this site. But this one didn't do that. So Ad Block Plus free ad blocker. This is probably the most used ad blocker that's out there. Again, what do? You click on Add it to Chrome. And then you say add the extension, just like we did with the other one. And it goes to an Ad Block Plus window. They got something called the honor system. They would like you to make a contribution. It's up to you. You don't have to. This is voluntary. I thought it was sneaky the first time I saw it, because a lot of people are going to see this and think, oh, I've got to do this in order to be able to use it. If you like this product, and a lot of people do, a lot of people contribute a little bit of money to it to help the people that are keeping it up to date. With stuff like this, I contribute to them. I don't do it monthly. I just do a one-time contribution. And I've evaluated on how well I think the thing works. You don't have to do this to begin with. You can use it for a while, see how it works, and then decide, yeah, I like what it's doing. and then come back in and contribute. So now I've got that in there. I can go up to the icon for extensions again, and I can come down to add block plus. It's free. And notice, to me, there is no sense. Well, there might be, yeah. You might want to pin it to where the other extensions are. And the reason for that is if you ever get you go to somebody's site, they put a little thing up there that says, we've got extensions we'd like to install on your computer, and the other option is block them. I've actually gone to some sites say that you cannot get into the site unless you turn this off. The way you would turn it off is you'd click on those three dots next to it. And options, remove from Chrome, manage extensions, options. You can upgrade it. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's go back. Somehow you should be able to just this can read and change when you click on the extension on welcome ad blocking, ad block plus origin on all sites. I thought, oh, there's no.
How about manage extension, Mike?
Yeah, I clicked on that.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That went to this website. Oh, here it is. When you click on that, you can turn it what?
Oh.
You can turn it off. And then the site will let you in. I leave it on until I hit a site that says turn it off, and then I usually forget to go back and turn it on again. All right. But that's really why, I mean, that'll save you what? One step if you pin it up there. So if we pin it here, I can click on it. Whoops. I can right click on it and I can get the options. So I wouldn't have to click on the what? The icon for extensions. I just right click on ad blocker and I go manage the extension, which is what's up on the screen, and turn it off. And then you get into the site. So again, I know some people that put all their extensions up here. They actually click on pin it there. I don't worry about Grammarly or Malwarebytes. I just never have. All right. So that is AdWord or AdBlocker Plus. Now, next one is the one I really like. It's called Reader View. And it is different than the very first one. The very first Reader View or Reader Mode is completely different than this thing called Reader View. The way you get into Reader View is just like we did with everything else. I'm going to get rid of a few tabs here. I'm going to click on what's there and delete it. And I'm going to type in Chrome, whoops, Reader View. And notice they've got it for Edge. There it is for Chrome. You can actually use your voice to control it. I'm going to go to the first one. And there's the Chrome Web Store. I imagine if I did Reader View Chrome, and it would have picked this one first. But I'm going to go to that. Okay, now this page is important because, and also I'll come back to it. Notice here you got arrows. You can point left and right. You can point either way. But the very first screen has a what? A play button. I'll come back to this and show you why you might want to play it and listen to it. So I want to go through the same steps I did before. First step is to add it to Chrome. And then the second step is to what? Add the extension. Now, reader view has been added. It's not here, I don't think. Notice right here, AB, the ad blocker has got a 1 on it. It blocked 1 advertisement from this page. So we don't see the ad, but it tells you how many it blocked. So I'm going to go to, again, that right there, and I'm going to go to where? Oh, it's down here. Action to give extensions access to the site. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to click on the pin. And now I've got the icon for reader view. Now, be careful. The one that's inside where you type in your URL right there, that is Chrome's reader mode. This right here is reader view. There is a difference. And I definitely want it up there. So now I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to see if I can find an email somewhere. Let's see. Dang it. Okay. Come on. Oh, here we go. I think that's a good site. PC Magazine Tips and Tricks. Oh, I want to open it up completely. There we go. So it's opened up completely. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, these are the articles. So here's one, well, gosh, 25 Google Maps tricks you need to try. You use Google Maps? Maybe this is worth reading. I don't know. I'm going to click on that. It opens up Chrome. And out here, it just says advertisement. Why is it doing that? Oh, because why? I got ad blocker turned on. If you can read that right there, it says 12. It blocked what? 12 ads. We're not seeing them. We're just seeing the word advertisement at the side. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to come back to this right. Okay. I've got to go into Chrome. Let me go back. I want to turn ad blocker, right click on it, go to manage extensions. I want to turn that off. Okay. And then what I want to do is I want to get out of this, and I'm going back in it, and hopefully we'll see all the ads. No, we don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh. Oh, this is okay. Inside access. All right, now I've got ads in the middle of it, ads on the side. For some reason, it's not showing them. I'm going to come up here and I am going to click on what? Reader view, and watch what happens. Over here, I get everything in the center. It strips away all the ads. So all the ads are stripped away. Over on the side right here, on the left-hand side, are all these options, like the first one, A. Let's see what happens. Is that? Nope. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Plus, 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 plus. It increases the size of the fonts. You can do full width. That's the full width. That's narrow width. Some of these I've never used. Column count. I'll worry about it. Bionic reading. This is something I've never seen before. I'm going to get out of there. Right there, you can actually print the article. Print that with all the ads stripped out of it because of what's over on the left. I'm not going to do that because it's too long. It's probably about 50, it's 26 pages long. Not worth paper to me, but you can print it right there. The little disk icon means what? Save it. I can save this article. No, one other thing I wanted to point out. At the top of the article, right across that top line there, it gives you the URL of this article. So if you save this, the URL would be saved with it. And I mean, to me, that's nice. So you got the URL in case you mess something up. You can go back to the web page this is on. This one right here, switch to the full screen reading. That's full screen. This one right here, you can toggle the design. And actually, you can write on it. You can put figures on the article if you want. Right there. Read the article. Oh, here we go. Almost put the cursor right there. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Go back. Let me just click on it, see what happens.
Google Maps has changed how we navigate.
Can you all hear that from my speakers? It's reading it to me. I don't have to read it. It'll read it for me.
We can't really hear it, but when it started out, we could hear a little bit, but I can't
Okay.
hear it.
All right. This next one. See all these pictures here? If I click on minus, it makes them smaller. If I click on plus, it makes them larger. If I click on hide, it hides all the images. So I can get rid of all the images that are in it. I'm going to put it back on show. This next one. Add a new persistent sticky note. If you want to add a note to it, you can. And the last one is grayed out. And I don't know why it is. But this is the one I use more than anything else. Because here's what I do with it. You all know the shortcut to highlight everything? You hold the key down, CTRL key down, and you hit the letter A. It just highlighted all the text in the whole article without any ads. What I do now, I do hold the CTRL key down and hit the letter C. CTRL plus C means copy. So it now took what's highlighted and it put it on the clipboard of my computer. So now I come down to Microsoft Word on my taskbar and I click on Word. Come on, Word, open up. I don't know why it's so slow. Come on, there we go. Nope. Oh, goodness. Okay, let me try and get it another way. I know what happened. Guess what it did? Nope. Okay, I got to come over to my other screen. Okay, come down here. It opened it. It put it behind everything on my other screen. So I'm on my second screen. I'm doing what Paul did last night. I'm pointing at the title bar, hold the left key down. Come on. And I'm going to drag it back over here so you all can see it. So now there's Word. And then I'm going to hold the CTRL key down and hit the letter V for paste. So it's going to take what's on the clipboard and it's going to paste it in my document. And what I usually do is I'm going to go all the way to the top. Let's make it easier. Go all the way to home. I just opened it down. I don't know if you noticed this, but I just opened it up to a couple 100%, back down to 91%. This article over here says it's 34 pages long. I usually don't. The very first line in this is what? Is the URL. Here's what I do. I take and highlight the URL, and I come up here, make sure you're first on the Home tab, and then I say Cut. Click on Cut, and then I come down to this is the title, and I went one too many, and then I do Control V for paste, or I could have clicked on Paste here. Now I've got the link underneath the title. So when I go to save this, it will use the name 25 Google Map Tricks you need to try. Before I save it though, I'm going to come down through here. I'm going to do a lot of different things. First of all, I noticed that the spacing. See how the line spacing is? That takes up too much room. So I would change the line spacing. I'm not going to teach you Word tonight, but you can change the line spacing. These drawings are just pictures. If you click on them, you get the 4 corner dots. You can come down to a corner, grab a corner, make that picture smaller. And you can readjust every picture you've got. I stopped doing this. I was doing this for a long time. When I got into, I'm going to get out of Word and don't save it. And I'm going to bring Chrome back up. And the reason why I don't do it anymore is because I've got this thing called what? Actually read it later, which will save the URL. So I don't have to copy it, put it in my computer. It doesn't take up any room. All it takes up is a little link. So the link that's at the top of this right here, if I put it in, read it later, where is it? Well, try again. It's not doing it. Goodness. Okay, 15 minutes. Let me get rid of this thing up here at the top. Well, I found a time when this doesn't work. Doesn't work on that. I guess in reader view, oh, I know why. Yeah, I got to turn reader view off. So what I have to do is I have to click on that icon again, go back to the original website without cutting everything out of it. And then I can go to what? Read it later. And now it puts it there at the bottom of the list. It can't be, it's got to be the original website before you start doing things to it. And reader view actually does things to this. It changes it to the middle of the screen. It takes out all the advertisements, which were already taken out. But to me, that's, if I'm going to read an article right then and there, that's what I click on, because it gets rid of all the extra stuff. And the other thing you can do once you click on that If you don't want all the images in there, there are some articles, the images are not worth anything. They just don't add to what the person wrote. They're just pictures. So get rid of them. All right. And then another one, the fifth extension that I found out. Oh, now I want to go back. So I want to get out of here. Oh, there it is right there. Y'all see that? Show notifications, allow or block. So if I allow, my advertisements did not pop up over here at all. Interesting. They still don't pop up, even when I allowed them, or I allowed cookies to come in. All right, I want to get out of here. And let's see, where do I want to go? Okay, now I want to go back to Chrome, and I want to go back and type in Reader View again. Reader View. And I want to click on the store, Chrome Web Store, and then I want to scroll this up a little and see that right there. This is a little something this guy put together. Is he recorded using Reader View, and he explains every icon that is down the left-hand side of the page. So if you can remember that, go back to Reader View, and if I click on this, he talks too. I'm going to stop it. Let me go just a little bit farther. Which we talked about. He goes through.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, but he goes through and explains every one of them. So if you do this on your own, you'll hear it. I don't know why the sound's not coming through, but it isn't. Oh, I think I know now. Let me try something. Do you hear anything now? Nope. Okay. Well,
Sometimes, Mike, when you share your screen, you have to click a box down there on the share screen.
oh,
for
okay.
Zoom.
All right. Well, I'm not going to, but go back to this. He goes through every one of them and explains it. Oh, one interesting thing about Reader View. We'll apply Reader View to the page I'm on. See what happens. Nothing. Okay. Let's see. Got any links in here? Languages. You can do this in 12 different languages if you want. I've never scrolled down, but this is something I think, of the two, this is the one I would install. I would not install the first one, even though, something Chrome gave to you. And then the last one here, number 5, extensions, open Chrome, and this is called DuckDuckGo Privacy Browser, or Privacy Essentials. And you need, like I did, I needed to type almost everything in. There's essentials. There's essentials for Edge. There's essentials for Opera. Opera is another browser. I'm going to do the first one. And there is the Chrome Web Store again, right there. DuckDuckGo Privacy Essentials. So I'm going to click on that. Seamless privacy protection for your browser. Protect your privacy online is like protecting your home, locking the front door. And it goes on and explains what it does. You get a seamless protection for most third-party trackers. What that means, some people put cookies on your computer to track everything you're doing, to see if you're going to a site like your bank. That's why you need some of this stuff on your computer. This will try and keep all of it out, so a third party cannot come in and track. All right. But how do you install it? You do the same thing. You say add it to Chrome, and then you say add extension, and it's in. Notice a DuckDuckGo page comes up. So I'm going to X out of this because I don't need that. If I open Chrome, could have stayed in Chrome. I see no sense. I didn't see any sense in putting DuckDuckGo up there. So I don't click on the pin. If you want to, you can. If you notice what I'm doing, notice I'm using DuckDuckGo as my search engine. DuckDuckGo does not keep track of where you search or where you go on the internet. So I said, well, that's something, a little bit of protection. Doesn't give you complete protection though. All right, so that is the 5 different extensions. I've got a couple more on mine. I think, the main ones, actually read it later. The DuckDuckGo, which protects you, and Reader View, and Adware. Notice it can only put so many here. Once you start getting more extensions, you got to come down to the bottom and click on that gear that says what? More manage extensions. When you say manage extensions, it shows you all of them. When you click on the icon, it only shows you a finite number of them. So if I had 2 or 3 more extensions, I wouldn't see them when I clicked on the extension icon. I'd have to go to manage them to see all of them. And you can turn them all. Oh, you can turn. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that. You can turn ad blocker off right here. So guess what? I'm going to turn it back on and see what happens tomorrow. All right. So those are extensions.
Mike,
Yes.
Bev, I have a question. Could you go back to DuckDuckGo, please?
Okay. The website.
Yes, where you have the search box, because I use DuckDuckGo also, and this is my question.
Okay. When I go DuckDuckGo Privacy Essentials, you need to make sure you got that all in there. Just don't type DuckDuckGo. You got to get all that in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you click on that, you want to find the one where it says Chrome Web Store. You want to get the extension from the web store of Chrome. So when you click on that, it comes up here. And if you haven't installed it, it'll say install right here instead of remove. So I clicked on install, and another box up. You got to really double click 2 different windows. All right.
Okay, go back to at the bottom of the page where it says privacy simplified.
Yeah.
Yes, go back to that page. Go back to the page, the graphic there. You were
Right
on
here.
that before. Yeah, go back to that page.
I am on it.
Okay, all right. When I use DuckDuckGo,
See these dots down here?
mhm,
Dots means there are just 5 images there. And to get to them, you click to the right, or you click to the left, or you actually click on a dot or point at a dot. And they're just pictures.
right.
They're not
But I
like
mean,
they're not like the one for Reader View. Reader View had a video. And this doesn't
Right.
have this. All the others do not have videos in them. They just
Right.
have some pictures.
but I guess my question is, when you type in under DuckDuckGo, you see the icon of the duck, and then you have your entry right there.
Yeah,
You're actually searching DuckDuckGo, and you're not going to get any ads, or it's not going to follow you. It's not like Chrome will follow you.
right.
Before, you were putting up at the top, you were putting in your DuckDuckGo Essentials. At the top, you had a search box.
Yeah, I put it in the
Right up there.
when I
Okay.
search. That's
Are you in Chrome at that point?
You can use that as a search window.
All right. Are you in Chrome at that point?
Yes, I'm in Chrome.
Okay. So if you search that one, then you are being tracked. Whereas if you searched in the DuckDuckGo in the search box underneath the icon of the duck, then you're not being tracked. Is that correct?
I've never heard it that way. This uses I set up Chrome. It uses DuckDuckGo to do all the searches.
Because I noticed I'm still being tracked.
Oh,
So
you're
I
all,
wondered about
yeah.
that in DuckDuckGo. Yeah.
I haven't read anything like that. I'm assuming that when you change the search engine to something else, it uses that
Mhm.
and doesn't use anything else, no matter where you type the search in.
Okay. Well, I feel I'm still being tracked. I just
I'll
wondered.
look for it. I've never read that anywhere where it's different, but it might be. I'll put that, see if I can find anything on it.
Okay.
All right.
I have a problem. When you first opened that extensions for the very first thing you started talking about, there was a warning up there that said it could do something to your data and all that. Is
Yeah.
that something to worry about?
I haven't had anything happen.
Okay, well, I just want, I'm so gun shy. I'm just scared
Yeah.
I'll do something to
No.
allow lots of stuff to happen. But you've never had anything happen with.
I haven't had anything ever happen.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm on the browser. I'm in Chrome quite a bit.
Okay. So you would advise to use the DuckDuckGo browser?
Yeah, but if you really want me to say what I think you should use, if you don't want to be tracked anywhere, you download the browser called Brave. Brave is a browser.
Mm-hmm.
So you download Brave, and then you install DuckDuckGo as its search engine. Brave itself does not track you. They said they weren't. They caught them doing it, and they took all that code out of their browser. And there's people watching them, and so far it's never occurred again. And then DuckDuckGo doesn't track you when you do a search. So if you want more, or Firefox doesn't do it either.
Oh, really?
Firefox, I don't think traces you.
And Mike, all the extensions you showed tonight can also be put on Brave because Brave uses the Chrome store.
Right. And they probably all will work on Edge also. You might have to find the Edge version, but I'm sure you can put them all on Edge. All right. Anything else on the extensions before we go on to the next topic? If you, I don't know. I'm going to get you to raise your hand. Something like I've got my palm up here. How many of you use your Chrome browser or your Edge? Well, this is in Chrome. How many use Chrome to save some passwords for you? I mean, I do it for sites I go to all the time, and I couldn't care less whether somebody got a hold of them or not, because they're not going to get anything from a garden site or order what? Cat litter. I mean, it doesn't bother me. But you can go into Chrome and it can check to see if your passwords have been compromised. There's something in there that will check. Now, these are only the passwords you've got in Chrome. If you got a password manager, it doesn't look at that at all. It's just the ones that you use Chrome to save. And what you do is you start by clicking on, in the upper right-hand corner, those three dots, and they're vertical. I think Edge, they're horizontal, if I remember right. It doesn't matter. Those three dots are an abbreviation for more options. So you click on the three dots. And then if you look in this, now you find the word settings. So you find the word settings in this, and you click on settings, and we come in here. And the next thing after the word settings, it says autofill. So you click on autofill. You then click on password manager. And then you click on check passwords. So I click on that. And what it does, there is a website that people, good people have created this. If somebody rated a database where you had your email address and your password stored in it. So you go to this company, you got to give them your email address, and you got to give them a password. If somebody rated that company and got your email address and password, good people take the information and they put it in this list. So what this did in a few seconds is it went to that list and it checked all the passwords I had, and it's going to tell me whether they've been compromised or not. Well, what I found out, I don't have anything that's compromised. There will be a different topic here. See where it said right here, there's a topic called what? Compromised passwords. To check if your passwords are safe from data breaches and other issues, sign into Chrome. If you do that, if any of them have been compromised, it will tell you, it will list it. All right. What they did for me, they have another category called weak passwords. That means they're not 20 characters long. It might be easy for somebody to figure them out, or it might not. I've never had any trouble with these weak passwords, knock on wood. But this only checks the passwords you got in Chrome. Everybody that I read advises you do not store passwords in your browser. You store them somewhere else. You get a password manager, or if you like me, you get a deck of index cards in alphabetical order by the sites I go to. It's got my login name and my password. And some of these passwords, they're not easy to remember. I've got certain patterns I use, but that's how I've never got around to doing a password manager.
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
what How do you actually sign in to Chrome?
Um,
I don't have an ID or a password that I know of.
oh, you do, whether you realize it or not. Gosh. Somehow there is let me click on that, see what it does. Sign into Chrome. Sign in and sync in Chrome. When you sync, sign in and turn on sync. Let's see, what does that say? On your computer, open Chrome at the top right, click Profile. Okay. Custom, wait a minute. Come up to the right, click your profile. There it is. Turn on sync. Sync is paused. It's not, I don't have it turned on now. Other profiles. I've got GIST. I don't know which one that is. Make Chrome your own. Thought it already was. I don't know.
What do they actually mean by syncing Chrome now?
Oh, syncing Chrome. If you sync your Chrome, you got computer A and you got computer B, two separate computers. You sync what you do, that's where you have to log in. You have to have something where you log in to Chrome. You've got to use, you've got to use the same email address and password on both computers. When you sync them, all of your links on computer A are sent to computer B and vice versa. If you got some links on computer B that are not on A, it moves them to A. So you get a combination of everything. When I got a new computer, I synced Chrome. So I didn't have to copy all of my links to the thumb drive and download them on the other computer. I just said sync, and all of a sudden everything was there. And then after I did that, I turned it off because I didn't want it to sync anymore. Because I use my computers a little bit different. But I wanted to get all of the links I had on my Windows 10 computer over to my Windows 11 computer. And it also put them in the exact same location. So everything I had on my link bar at the top where I've got links, these are all links up here. Every one of those are exactly the same place as they were on Windows, my other computer. It just brought them all over, put them in the same location. So I didn't have, what's nice about it is you don't have to reorganize everything. You just say sync it and it's done. Now the problem is if you leave sync on and on computer 1 you decide to delete a link, it's deleted on computer 2 also, period. And if you want to keep it on 2, you better turn sync off. So that's what syncing does. All right. Any other questions?
Your Google sign in to get into Chrome is what you do, whatever your Google sign in is.
Okay.
You're like your
That's
Gmail,
right.
your Gmail address and your password.
And your
That's what you
password
use.
goes with it. Right.
Yeah.
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 Right. I mean, I know how to, I've done it quite a few times when they say you need to be signed in to do the following. I don't know why they asked for it again, but I've already done it 2 or 3 times already, but they do. Any other questions? We'll stop sharing. All right. No questions? Next month, I pretty much have decided on a topic. It's called the snipping tool. But Windows 11 has really changed it. And if your computer is not up to date, you're not getting something that Windows 11 has for you in the snipping tool. So I will talk about the snipping tool next time. I mean, in my hand, let me see, where did I put that? Oh, give me a second here. Okay, share that. Let's get rid of this. Okay, what do I want? That handout for tonight. Open that up. Okay. How do I use the snipping tool? See that icon that my mouse is on top of right there?
Mm-hmm.
I went out on the internet and used the snipping tool to cut that out and then pasted it in my Word document. Every one of these, if you click on it, it is a picture. And I can adjust its size. I can adjust how I wrap text around it. That's another picture. I used the snipping tool to go around them, and I snipped it, and then I pasted it into this document. And that's how I use it. But you don't have to use it here. Years ago, let me get rid of that and go here. Let's see, what do I want? I want pictures. And let's see if I can find them real fast.
Like thing with Apple, you can hold it.
Desktop pictures. There they are, waves. Let me see, view, extra large icons. Those are pictures I saw on the internet. I could not download them. So I used the snipping tool to cut them out. And I use them for desktop backgrounds every now and then. But I wouldn't have those if it wasn't for the snipping tool. So, a preview of next time we meet. All right?
I think Donna has a question.
Yeah, go.
Yes, I was wondering, is your YouTube channel live now? I went looking for it and I found the old one, Brookie, with pictures from way back when, but nothing recent. So do you have a new channel address on YouTube?
Hang on. Share. Okay, go to Chrome.
That last video was just uploaded today, I think, a couple hours ago.
Really? Okay, then I don't
Where
have the
is
right.
meeting schedule, and you go on, see where it says click here.
Okay.
You go to,
Okay.
let me go back.
I've got it. Mike.
Okay, you go to our website.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
go to meeting schedule, and you click on click here at the top.
Perfect. All
And then
right.
I'm going to go there. That takes you into everything we've put in there so far.
Okay, so last night's meeting, which I couldn't attend, I'm assuming that's going to be up there.
Paul Stackhouse, multiple monitors with Paul Stackhouse.
There.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
Very first one in the list.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right.
Mike, when you discuss the snipping tool next month, will you only be discussing it for Windows 11, or will you also cover Windows 10?
Most everything will work in 10, except
Okay.
for one big difference. And the big difference is something that I've been looking for, and they put it in the snipping tool. And I'm not going to tell you what it is until you attend next month.
Okay, so most of it will be applicable to both versions.
Most of it will be the same in Windows 10. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Any other questions? Are we done?
Yep. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.